Fire chat, brand new ride and that. Gal one wine and that. TikTok all night and that. DM didn't reply to that. With the BM in Dubai and that. Take notes on your file of facts, but don't splash if you're trying to stack. I gotta meet with a Chinaman over Chinatown back. I was gonna chop suey and buy the land. I'm so upset, I ain't trying to land. I set up shop, it was vital, fam. The idiot chat missed me with that. Keys in the cab, peas on my lap. That's a youth man thing, never see a snap. Hats Prada when you see me cap. Back liver than ever. If she's a salt, I might pepper. Might see her more than once, but no pressure. Egos through the roof, there's no better. Them man Nova cough with that heifer. Man better lower the cost, that ain't clever. Almost bunked to quit on that sweater. What's that 13 bills all together? Idiot. Man better fix up immediate. Only calm spots that you see me at. Anything warm better leave it yet. Don't wanna end up on social media. You see me get the diamonds of Vivi yet. Rose gold, the water's Fiji yet. For that it's an old new premium. The cheddar got's much cheesier.
Alright guys, so we are back again. Another YouTube vid for you guys. As we said in the last video, back on the YouTube game. So I hope you guys are enjoying the visuals. We are back in the gym. It's Saturday morning. Today is it's a little bit of a hybrid session. So the way we structure our training split is sort of based off it's based off push-pull legs, but we have a little bit of a variation towards the end. So our pull day, which is today, is a combination of hamstrings and then arms. So it's not even really a pull day, but we like to deadlift. So when we're structuring our workouts, trying to get heavy squats and heavy deadlifts in within the week, especially if you're going hard and heavy, it's hard to do that without sort of affecting each one. So how we've worked it is Wednesday we have our squat day, and then Saturday, which would be our second leg day, we sort of blend our pull day and leg day into that. So basically we're gonna start on some deadlifts, just conventional deadlifts, just through experience and through just through the years that we've been training. Conventional deadlifts are what we all seem to get the most progress from. We're still working a bit of hamstrings in there, a whole posterior chain, good thick dense back. So like I said, we want to make sure we've got deadlifts in that routine. So we put that in today with some hamstrings followed after that, and then we touch upon some arms because like I said, we do push-pull legs throughout the week, so we haven't got a dedicated arm day, and our arms are probably our weakest body part in the sense of a group. But yeah, same as always, like I said, we're trying to bring the YouTube content back. I know everyone's at home at the moment and things aren't too great, but if we can build up some sort of motivation, even just give you guys something to watch for 20-30 minutes, I'm sure that's going to help down the line, and hopefully couple weeks, couple months, couple weeks, we'll all be back in the gym, back doing what we do best, and onwards and upwards from there. So yeah, pull day, deadlifts, let's get it.
I got a disclaimer. Before we start, we're allowed to be here. Before any of you start complaining and reporting us, we're allowed.
I was avoiding it.
Nah, because I feel like someone's going to report us and say, oh, they're not allowed here. We've had government approval. Remember that?
That's it, government approval. Yeah. Professional athletes filming. This is our livelihood. This is how we live and eat. So, like Theo said, don't report us.
I sling crack and shoot guns. Snap ain't the type you sleep on. Catch me in a hood with a cute one. My gun smoke is too strong, 2 pumps. Body got found in 2 months. Snap be a murderer, got coke in your area. Me or the Grim Reaper, you told me you scarier. Started in a banger, now swayed in interior. War, like we in Syria, broke niggas inferior. I catch cases, stay silent. All I know is guns and violence. All you niggas is liars. Fuck rap, I got bricks and slabs. Come through in the sickest jag. Fresh chill, don't pitch his dad.
Try, twice, good. Then again. 6 tables, 6 good. Swap. Yep. Yeah, it's my last one. Here we go, big block. Yeah, and hold. Well, put the way down now. Lovely there. That was better than last week there. This is something I was touching on the leg video the other day. As you know, with our working sets, we're working roughly 6 to 8 on our first working set, and the goal is just to either maintain the level of your set from last week or beat it. So Fee did this last week. Did you get 6 last week, Fee?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. And but this week he's got 8. Way better form, way better control. Just the whole execution was 10 times better. So and that's the progression we're looking for each and every week. It doesn't necessarily, obviously he's got more reps this time round, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the case every week. You're not going to add reps, you're not going to add weight to your lift every week. But progression is more than more weight or more reps. It's execution, it's form, it's control, is everything, and out of that set there, even if he would have got just the 6 reps, you can see his form's much better, his control's much better, the biomechanics and the execution of the move is better as well. So just bear that in mind when you're thinking about progression. It's not just have you added more weight or have you done more reps, it's just progression from as a lift overall. So same as we do on the squats, we're working up. We're doing our warm-up sets. Our first working set is 6 to 8 reps, and then our second set we're going to drop it down, aim for 12 to 15. With most of our energy of this session going into these deadlifts, so we'll see what weights we get. So remember, with our working sets, obviously it takes us quite a while when there's a few of us because we all got different working weights. So Theo's just done his working set, well, one of his working sets on this, we're going to go heavier, but we're still warming up. So I'm doing a couple of reps on this, and there's no set rules to it. 1 or 2 reps is fine. If you want to do 5, 6 plus, it's fine. You just gotta try and gauge your energy. So I want to do enough reps on this to just get warm, feel the weight, make sure everything feels good, and then save the energy for my next warm-up sets, and then the main bulk of it for my working set. So a couple reps on this, make sure it feels okay, and then we work our way up. Who's got it? Yeah, nice, come on. All legs into it. That's better, there you go. Good. Yeah, you can see now, pretty good. And again. Good, at least 2 more minutes, stop. Come on, 5, good. Yeah, 6, good again, bro. 2 more grinders, let's go. Come on, easy, 7, and again, 1 more. Easy there, and again, big lock out, hold it, and slow, all the way down, all the way down. Yeah, man. Lovely. Easy that is. You had more? Probably, yeah. It was good though. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is what I was saying about with squats the other day, like, because it's that close, sometimes you don't know sometimes when to push it.
That's what I mean, and I feel like with my lower back, it's 10 to 2 minutes. It's like, if I go past a certain point, I'll probably get it, but then my back's done.
But sometimes it's worth not to ever say you shouldn't always push yourself to the max.
That wasn't easy,
that's what I'm saying. The same way I did with the squats, you could have gone 2 more reps, you could have gone an extra 10 kilos, but form would have probably broken down a little bit, putting yourself at risk that little bit more. So especially if you've got, this is why it's so important to know what you're lifting and what your numbers are to a certain extent, because you can push the right amount of intensity, but also know when to pull back. But we know that we've also progressed from last week as well, so it's a fine line between all of them. Especially with deadlift, everything else you can sort of, no matter what, go to failure on. But deadlift, squats, the risk of injury is higher, and you've got to make sure that you know how your body and the weights, you lift. So
easy.
It's just about, that's why we do so many warm sets and just feeling the weight to see how we're actually feeling that day.
Tony Montana. Tony Montana.
Alright, man. Good. What I've been doing recently as well with my squats as well is trying to, so I don't use my belt or straps for as long as I can. I'm not really too worried about my grip or certain things, but I want to build my strength up with as little accessories as possible. So I won't use my belt, won't use any straps or anything until like I really need to. So with deads, that'll be like my 5 plates. And the same with squats as well, just use knee sleeves now. Keep my belt off until I get to like the 5 plate mark. Just so I'm not relying on anything else. I'm not saying everyone should do that, but it's something I've been doing over the last few months, and it just makes me feel secure within myself when I'm going for the heavier lifts. Yeah, lovely that is. Oh, solid that is. Right, good. Make it go on the way down. And again, let's go. Come on, drive free, lovely. Yep, and again. Come on, drive. 4, good. At least 2 more. Come on, strong. Drive, forward, and again, the moving ball, let's go. Come on, and again, take it, there you go, and again, take it. Fuck, you working out, there you go, drive, lovely, last one, go for it. Come on, you got this, head on now, bro, let's go. Everything into this rep. Yeah, let's go, keep driving, get them hips in, hold. Lovely. Yeah, man. Lovely that was. Good set, man. That last rep was better than the 7th rep. I just thought the last one was struggling because that was even better. See?
Probably don't get angry with it.
Yeah, man.
Probably don't think about it.
No, man.
Oh. Yeah, man. Better than last week.
That's what from last week.
Progression, innit? Slow and steady wins the race.
Easy.
Yeah, that's all. Keep it nice and tight. There it is.
Easy.
Yeah, good.
Halfway.
Good, keep going. Good. Good, and again.
Two more.
Good, and again. Up, hold, negative control, negative control. Yeah, get it most out of it. Yeah, not bad. Good.
So, first working set done. So like we were saying, similar sort of setup to previous leg day. We all sort of know our numbers, but same again with my squats and dead. It's very similar sort of position I'm in at the moment because I hurt my back deadlifting before Christmas. Or I don't know, was it before Christmas? It was, yeah. Anyway, I didn't deadlift for a couple of weeks, and then we've only just been back deadlifting maybe about 3-4 weeks. So 5 plates is normally where I start probably working upwards from, but recently we've just been trying to get back into it, get feeling comfortable, because like I mentioned in the leg video, you know when you're going for a lift or you're going for a squat, deadlift, whatever it may be, but in the back of your mind is how my back and whatnot. Even though I'm completely fine now, but it's just the mental side of it. But we sort of passed that now, up to 5 on the squats. I got 8 out of that set on deads. I think last week, I think I got 6 or 8, I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on it, but either way, that felt way better. Back felt fine, power felt much better. And like I said before, sometimes it's just the routine of doing exercise, especially squats, deads and big compounds. Sometimes you just need to have a few weeks back doing them again to get the mechanics of the movement and just make it all fluid, and then it all starts moving a lot better. So hopefully from now, we'll start building back up, get back up. My normal working sets will be around 6 plates, 6.5. So hopefully we'll build back up to that and then get back up to 320 deadlift, which is nothing to do with the bodybuilding side of things, but my personal goal. I've got 315 as my PB, I want to get 320. So second set, like I said, all the energy goes into this second set now. Drop the weight a little bit, so we'll just drop a plate off, or Tyga just drop in half a plate off. Aiming for 12, but you know how it goes. If there's more there, we're gonna take it.
Mix and match and mix extended clips, expensive whips, exquisite cribs. My bitch got expensive tits, all the more on the wrist. Nigga know where it is. Niggas looking stressed, came home.
Let's go 2 reps, man. Everything, please. Yep. Yeah, good. That's one there. Big lockout. Big lockout.
Hold down.
Another tip as well, what you'll see we do, and we always call it out on the last rep, especially with deads, is to lock it out and hold it. It's more just for your nervous system and mentally as well, just to almost like you're conquering the weight. So whether it's you're doing it for reps or it's your PB, I don't just want you to get it to the top and drop it. First off, you want to be working the negative even down to the last rep. But secondly, just for that mental sort of note, I want you to lock it out, I want you to hold that weight, I want you to look at the weight and just own it, just so you know moving to next week. That 4 plates, that 5 plates, whatever it is, you've got that regardless of anything. So when you're locking out on your last rep, you don't need to be leaning back or anything, but just lock out, hold the weight there, let your body feel it, let your posterior chain feel it, your nervous system feel it, and then work on the way down, because even though it's a deadlift, you still want to work the negative. Like I see people just drop the weight and you're missing out half of the movement. Nothing loads your posterior chain more than a negative of a deadlift. So that's why you always see us trying to work it as much as possible.
Might pull up with Binky, and she got a back like Pinky. Niggas won't ping me, get you whacked for a pinky. Nigga, I got P, no B, can't sting me. Yardy ting with me, you see me. Porsche with a peanut butter leather, this an LV sweater. Ox my ex, no one does it better. Still slide through the blocks with my knife on me.
Here we go. Keep going. Let's take it further. Go. And again. Yeah, let's go. 3 more. Let's go. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. There it is. Yeah, there it is. 2 more. Yeah, good. Go. And again. Go.
Oh man, it's cardio that is.
Yeah, man. There's a set where after about
15.
10, it goes back to ages.
You know what, I was flying in at 12.
And then you kick track.
Yeah, then I was done. Woo. Happy with that. 12 to 15 was the target.
I might do 3 reps.
We got 15. You know, back in the day you had the grime MCs, but you had the Yardie grime MC. Yeah, anyone remember? That's what it is. Anyone that's into grime, you know, back in the day you'd have the grime set, so you'd have the grime crew, and then you'd have the one Yardie MC. That's Tyga's new trim.
Appreciate the hair.
Oh, is that the same trim?
I don't need to shoot, got niggas that'll do life for me. And I don't give a fuck what guys on me. I'm a shooter, book the Uber, Mr. Luger. Catch a body, fly to Cuba with a Kruger. Ox prover, ox mover, snaps a booter. 4-4 to 3-5, brain remover. I caught a nigga slipping, trying to slide. Nigga playing fences, better pick a psychophone.
Right, so next exercise, lying hamstring curls. We alternate between the seated hamstring curl and the lying one. Sometimes after deads, our lower back, like right now, my lower back's so pumped. So lying hamstring curls are a struggle, but we wanted to switch it up a bit today. Yeah, so we decided to go with the lying hamstring curls. So we go with 3 sets. Same again, you know, and I've mentioned it loads of times, because we know our bodies, we've been training together and individually for a long time now. We can train instinctively to a certain extent, sorry. So we're aiming for 3 sets on here, aiming for 15 to 20 reps, but just failing in between there somewhere. So I got 15 on my first set, we went heavier. I got 17 on my second set, and then the third set, as Theo's doing now, we go the same weight, go to failure, rest, pause. So we're gonna stand up off the machine, take 5 seconds, go back in, get as many as we can again. At this point, there'll probably be partials. Take another 5 seconds when we fail, and then go back in. So we're just going right to failure. So even though it's only a few exercises off the back of deadlifts, and then your 3 working sets and your triple drop set on the lying hamstring curls, lower back hamstrings are fried. And this is what we've been doing recently, because also, like, down to our training split, when we get to Saturday, obviously it's towards the end of the week, if you're training hard, you should start feeling fatigued. So we've tried to, well, not tried, we've condensed the session a little bit and just made it a lot more efficient. So 3-4 exercises, but we're getting everything done. So as I'm standing here now, my hamstrings are on fire. We've got 1 more set. I'll go through it, like I said. 3 working sets, 2 heavy sets, aiming between 15 to 20, and then your last set is a triple drop set, each one to failure.
Hang on. There they are. Again. Again. Go. Yeah, one more, then we'll drop. Go. Push. Come on. Oh, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Big spot, it's up.
Yeah, let's go.
1, 2, go.
There they are. Again, pull it. There it is. And again, go. And again, one more. Let's go, one more. Go. Oh, man. Hey. Yeah, man, there they are. And again. And again, there they are. And again. And again. Go, push it. 3 more. And again. One more. Oh, man.
Right guys, so last movement we're going on to is some stiff legs, but using the dumbbells. So like I was saying at the start, our sort of hip hinge movement, our deadlift variation of choice today is just a conventional deadlift, because we want to work hamstrings, but we also want to work that back thickness and density. And me personally, and the rest of the lads, deadlifts is something that we've always done. And you're built really good lower backs, got that good thickness and density, which is very important on stage. But equally, I've noticed when we stop deadlifting, when we stop squatting consistently, it shows in our physiques as well. And like I said, I think obviously you've got your anomalies and whatnot, but anyone, bodybuilder or not, that is a good consistent deadlifter or is squats consistently, good weight and strong on squats, are gonna have good legs and a good back. It's as simple as that. So last movement, stiff legs. We're going a little bit higher volume, aiming 15 to 20 reps, 3 sets. It's a little bit touch and go at this point. There's only so much lower back movement you can do until lower back just says no, and I'm literally probably a few reps off that now. But as Theo said, hamstrings are probably all of our weaknesses, bar maybe Tyga, but the rest of us definitely are our weaknesses. So it's something that we dedicate this day to. Like I said at the start, we normally put a bit of arms at the end, but the working sets have wiped us out, so I don't think we're not doing arms really. We're not doing arms really. Yeah, so like I said, only 3 movements. So this workout, anyone that's struggling to bring up their hammies or wants to focus on everything that I mentioned today, hamstrings, glutes, back thickness and density, this is a really good workout, even though it's only a few exercises.
I need to shoot, got niggas that'll do life for me, and I don't give a fuck what guys on me. I'm a shooter, book the Uber, Mr. Luger, catch a body, fly to Cuba with a Kruger, ox prover, ox mover, snap the boot off.
I can't do this off the cuff like you do,
Okay,
no!
so Rox hasn't been in a video before. This is her first video. This is my fiance, Roxanne Simmons. So you see, we'll do some
Swench to be.
Yeah.
Roxy Swench.
Roxy Swench.